We need some more clarification, Mr. President.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I know you're going to ask a really nice question.
Well, no! It's an important question, I think. Are you worried that other leaders in the world are going to start to doubt that America is back if some of these big things that you say on the world stage keep getting walked back?
What's getting walked back?
Big old butthole.
It sounded like, just in the last couple days, it sounded like you told U.S. troops they were going to Ukraine. It sounded like you said it was possible the U.S. would use a chemical weapon.
That's it. That's it.
And it sounded like you were calling for regime change in Russia, and we know...
None of the three occurred.
What do you mean by that?
None of the three occurred?
None of the three.
Mr. President?
You interpret the language that way. I was talking to the troops. We're talking about helping train the troops that are the Ukrainian troops that are in Poland.
Me personally, I wouldn't take this level of disrespect.
That's what the context. I sat there with those guys for a couple hours. That's what we talked about.
So when you said you're going to see when you're there, you were not intending to
I was referring to meeting with and talking with the Ukrainian troops who were in Poland.
We do not care.
When you said a chemical weapon use by Russia would trigger a response in kind.
It will trigger a significant response.
What does that mean?
I'm not going to tell you. Why would I tell you? You got to be silly.
The world wants to know?
The world wants to know a lot of things. I'm not telling them what the response would be. Then Russia knows the response.
Oh! Surprise, motherfucker.
Mr. President.
All right, I'm going to take two more questions. 1, 2.
Mr. President, thank you.
I still want to get back to your original words that he cannot remain in power.
You can do it!
Can you help us understand you have more foreign policy experience than any president who's ever held this office? Whether those are your personal feelings or your feelings as president, do you understand why people would believe you, as someone commanding one of the largest nuclear arsenals in the world?
What? What the fuck?
Damn!
Saying someone cannot remain in power is a statement of U.S. policy. And also, are you concerned about propaganda use of those remarks by the Russians?
No and no.
And I've decided that I want to die.
Tell me why. You have so much experience. You are the leader of this country.
Because it's ridiculous. Nobody believes we're going to take down. I was talking about taking down Putin.
A few moments later.
Nobody believes that. Number one. Number two, what have I been talking about since this all began? The only war that's worse than one intended is one that's unintended.
So that was a f***ing lie.
The last thing I want to do is engage in a land war or a nuclear war with Russia. That's not part of it. I was expressing my outrage at the behavior of this man. It's outrageous. It's outrageous. And it's more an aspiration than anything. He shouldn't be in power.